Everybody, welcome, welcome. My name is Amanda, and this is Barre Sculpt. For today's class, we're switching up just a little bit, and we're going to use a set of weights. The weights are totally optional. I just have 1 pound dumbbell. Feel free to go heavier. You can also do without the weights entirely. And we're also going to use a band of your choice. Maybe grab 2 if you'd like for a lighter set, as well as a more strenuous set. We'll use it for lower body and for upper body. I look around for my lighter one. This one will do. All right, so a band and a set of weights for today's class. Let's go ahead and start with our warm-up, drawing your feet hip-width apart and parallel, drawing your knee up towards your chest, strong point through your toes, core is engaged. Keep it going, a few more here. Maybe reaching your arms up overhead. On the next one, pull the arms down as you draw the knee up. Arms reach out wide to the side. Then we're going to bring it forward, pulling down and down. One more on each side. From here, draw your knee up and over to a side lunge, pressing your hips back as you come into that lunge. Let's do one more on each side. And then coming down to a low, wide squat. Feet are wider than your hips, toes are turned out, arms are out to a T. We're just going to bend and extend the knees. Chest stays lifted. Keeping it going. On the next one, hold the knees bent. Tiny circles with your arms. Chest is lifted, shoulders stacked over your hips. Reverse that circle. Tiny circle, opposite direction. We're going to reach down, tap towards the opposite inside foot, reaching for your foot, the floor, your ankle, your shin, your knee, your thigh, whatever you can. Rise back up, reach down, tap, rise back up. One more on each side. From here, place your hands on your hips, sink your hips down lower. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twisting, looking over your left shoulder. Straighten that right arm. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, looking over the right shoulder. One more time each side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, look over your right shoulder. Rise up, come on down to a runner's lunge. Right knee down, left knee forward, pressing into that left knee, allowing your right hip to open, chin and chest stays lifted. On the next breath, we're going to press the hips back, flex and straighten that left leg, and press it forward. Draw your hips back and forward. Keep it going. On the next one, hold the hips back. Point, flex, circle out that left ankle. Hold the left toes flexed, hinge forward, framing your left foot, maybe flexing your toes up towards the ceiling, maybe bringing the crown of your head towards your toes. Holding here and breathing. On your next breath, gently rise up, switching sides. Left foot down, take a big step forward with your right foot, pressing into that right knee, allow your left hip to open. Chin and chest stays lifted here. On your next breath, press your hips back, straighten that right leg, and then press it forward. Press it back, and forward. Keep it going. On the next one, hold the hips back, point, flex, circle out, your right ankle, your right toes. Hold the right toes flexed, hinge forward. Framing your right foot, maybe bringing your nose towards your knee, heart towards your thigh, holding and breathing. Gently rise up, roll your shoulders up, roll them back. Maybe grab a sip of water. We're moving on. All right, from here, grab your band. We're starting with the band here. Coming to a wide second plie position, so your feet are wider than your hips. Your toes are turned outward. We're going to bring that band out in front between your thumbs, so release your fingers. From here, knees tracking over your toes. We're going to pull the right arm as you lift the right heel and release. Pull, lift, release, lower. Keep it going. Left arm stays straight. Left foot is flat on the floor. Extending and bending that right arm as you actively lift the right heel and then release. Keep it going. Elbow pulls back. Think about squeezing your right shoulder blade as you pull that right arm back, lifting your right heel higher, coming onto the ball of your right foot, and release. That's it. Give me one more. From here, place the band around your wrist, so your palms are facing in towards one another. Relax your shoulders up and down, keeping your shoulders pulled down from your ears, palms facing in. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Sink your hips low. We're going to open the arms, sink the hips, rise, squeeze together, lower, open, lift, close. Keep it going. Chest is lifted here, keeping your shoulders stacked directly over your hips. Your arms are straight. Your palms are facing in towards one another. Sink the hips down, open the arms, lift the hips, bring the palms back towards one another. Keep it going. Few more just like this. Just a few more. All right, go ahead and bring that band back around your thumb, so you're releasing your fingertips. Arms come back out in front. Your hips are still low. Now we have the left side. Right arm is straight. Pull the left arm, lift left heel. Lower and straighten. Pull, lift. Lower and straighten. Pull, lift. Lower and straighten. Keep it going. Almost there. Pull and release. All right, on the next one, place that band back around your wrist, the outer wrist. Your palms are facing in towards one another. We're going to raise the arms overhead as we sink the hips down. Draw them forward. So you're keeping your knees bent the entire time. Your palms are facing in towards one another. You're bringing your arms out in front. As your arms raise overhead, you're sinking your hips down lower. Keep it going. That's it. Still going. Still moving. Feet are flat here. Give me two more. All right, gently rise the arms overhead, sink the hips low. Press the arms open, lift the right heel, lower, press, lift the left heel, lower. So you're alternating. That's it, give me 4 more. And 3. Open those arms wide. 2 more. That's it, 1 more. All right, release that band down. Maybe grab a sip of water. We're gonna now place that band around our thighs. If the band becomes distracting at all, you can always set it off to the sides, just some additional resistance, making things a little bit more challenging. Grab one lightweight in each hand if you would like. Draw your heels together, toes apart, palms facing up, soft bend your knees. Stepping out with the right, bicep curl, bring it back in. Just the right side, bicep curl steps out, bring it back in. So your knees are open. Your toes are turned outward at any variation. Bicep curl, palms in towards the same shoulder, right foot steps out, right foot steps in. Keep it going. Almost there. Palms facing up. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. Chest stays lifted. No matter what, your shoulders stack directly over your hips. You're stepping that right foot out and back in. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. As you step that right foot out, your palms come in towards the same shoulder. 1 more. All right, keep those heels together. Bring your palms facing and keep a soft bend in your knees. From here, we're gonna lift the arms, bend deeper into the knees and lower. Lift, bend, and lower. Keep it going. That's it. Still moving. The arms, you're bending deeper into those knees. Heels stay touching, toes turned outward. You're in that first plie position. You're bending deeper into those knees. That band is restricting you from coming down all the way. Palms are facing in towards one another, lifting your arms above overhead in that V raise. Drawing your hands back to the hips. Keep it going. Two more. 1 more. All right, hold the arms down. Bring the palms facing in. We're going to set the left leg out with a hammer curl. So palms are facing in towards one another. This time, as you bend your elbows, your thumb comes towards the same shoulder. Maintain that bend in the knees, bending deeper as you step that left leg out. Drop back in, slight bend. Step it out, drop back in. Keep it going. That's it. Still going. Still moving. Almost there. Just a few more. Draw it in and open. On the next one, hold the heels together. We're going to work that right glute. So with your palms facing down, we're sitting that right leg back. So you're slightly hinged forward, palms facing down. We're going to lift that back right leg as your arms lift and lower. Keep it going. Moving here with control. Both palms lift and lower, just like a Superman. Single leg Superman, both arms and lower. You're using that band to restrict how far you can lift. You can hinge slightly. You can come all the way down, bringing your torso parallel to the floor. And then rising back up, using your core, balancing, hinging forward and lifting. 1 more. All right. Shake it out. Now we have the left side. This time palms are facing in. Step your left leg back. Keep that left knee bent. We're just going to hinge forward, lift, and lower. Palms facing in, lift, and lower. So you're slightly opening up that left hip. Keep a soft bend in your standing right leg. Arms extend forward and release. Same options here. You can just extend a little bit. You can come all the way down, rise back up, slow and controlled. If you start to lose your balance, that's okay. Find your breath, come back into it. Toes turned out, palms facing in. Few more here. Maybe 2 more. 1 more. All right, bring it back together. We're going to remove that band from our thighs, and we're going to place the band around the sole of your right foot and sole of your left foot. Grab one weight in each hand, rise up, elbows are bent. From here, we're going to lift that right knee and tap lower, lift, tap lower. So that band is around the top of your right foot and around the arch of your left foot. Your left leg is your base. Keep a soft bend in your left knee. You're working that right hip flexor. You're working your right quad and your lower abs. Keep it going. Still going, still moving. Elbows are bent. Elbows stay bent as you lift the elbows to the shoulders and releasing down. Lift and lower. A few more. All right, on the next one, stay with me. Hold that leg lifted, hold the elbows bent. We're going to extend the arms, extend the leg, extend the arms and the leg, pull it back in, extend, pull it in. So it can be a teeny tiny movement. That band is going to move up towards your ankle. You're pressing forward and releasing, pressing forward and releasing. Keep it going. Keep a soft bend in that standing left leg. Avoid locking out that knee. Press it forward and bend. It. Press, extend, bend, release. All right, hold that leg straight, point the toes. From here, we're lower and lift, lower and lift. So you're really targeting the top of your right thigh. That right leg is straight. Your arms are right out in front. Have a soft bend that same left knee. Avoid locking out that knee. Soft bend. That right leg is straight. From here, you're lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. You can always hold on to a bar or ledge with your left hand, your non-working side. If you would like, tiny movements here. Lift and lower tap, lift and lower tap. Keep it going. We're going to repeat the same thing on the left side. Coming up next. All right, release that right leg. Shake it out. Bring that band around the sole of your right foot. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. From here, keeping the palms in towards the body, we're going to bring that left leg in front. Have a bend in that knee. Flex your left toes. Bent fly. Left knee raise and lower. Keep it going. That's it. Lift and lower, lift and lower. That right leg stays slightly bent, so keep a bend in that leg. Don't lock out that knee. Tiny bend in that leg. Elbows stay bent. You're lifting and lowering, Flex the left toes, you lift that left leg high. Using your lower abs here, use that resistance of the band. Challenge yourself. What's coming up next? On the next one, hold the elbows lifted, hold that left leg lifted. Extend, draw it in. Extend, draw it in. Left toes are flexed. Tiny movements here. That right leg is your base. That right leg stays bent. Extend, draw it in. Extend, draw it in. Keep it going. Moving here with control, slow and steady. We're going to hold that left leg straight here in just a moment. Keep it going. On the next one, hold that left leg straight. Point the left toes. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep it going. Tiny movements. Slow and controlled. Keep it going. That left leg is straight, left toes pointed. You're lifting and lowering, tap. Lifting, lowering, and tapping. Keep it going. Slow and steady. One more. All right, release it down. Grab those bands, place them back around your thighs. You can use the weights or you can just set them off to the side. All right, from here, feet are hip width apart and parallel. Just bring your hands to the hips. You can also place them on a bar or ledge. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. From here, we're going to press out, lift the heels, lower, release. Press out, lift, lower, release. Press out, lift, lower, release. Tiny presses out. As you hold the press out, lift the heels, lower the heels back to flat feet. Draw the knees back in line with your hips. Slow and controlled. So press out, lift, lower, draw it in line. Press out, lift, lower, draw it in line. So as you lift the heels, don't rise to stand. Keep your hips low. Lift, lower, bring it back in. You are welcome to use a bar or a ledge at any time if you need to. Open, lift, lower, and close. All right, on the next one, hold it here. Hold the knees pressed out. We're going to alternate lifting and lowering the heels, right and left, right and left. I want you to come super high on those tippy toes. Don't just keep your thighs hip width apart and parallel. Open those knees, sink your hips lower so you can open the knees even more. Lifting and lowering the heels. You're alternating. Bonus calf work here. Inner and outer thighs, chest stays lifted. Keep it going. Almost there. Keep it going. Just a few more. Knees are open. All right, release it down. Step it out. Draw those heels back together. If that band rolls down, you can just let it be. You can fix it if it annoys you. All right, we're gonna bring back our feet back to that first position. So heels together, toes are apart. From here, have a soft bend your knees, hands to your hips, arms out to a T, cactus your arms, whatever is comfortable for you. Set the right leg back and up, drop back and up. Keep it going. Step it back and up. Step it back and up. That band, like I said in the beginning of the class, is going to be your best friend. Hate it or love it for the entire class. We're making the best use of our equipment. On the next one, hold that right leg back. Just open and open. Tiny presses open. Keep it going. Tiny presses out. That's how draw the heel back into the left. Step it forward and back. Step it forward and back. Keep it going. The knees are tracking over the toes. So your heels are together. Your toes are out. They can be turned out at any degree. Keep it going. Step it forward and back. Drop forward and back. Arms in any position. Elbows wide, arms out to a T, elbows bent to a cactus, hands here. I don't know why I keep trying to bring that right leg back. All right, hold that right leg forward. Just press out and out. Tiny presses out here. Tiny movements. Chest is lifted. Keep a bend in the knees. Right foot forward, left foot back. Give me 2 more. All right, draw that heel back in together. Shimmy out those legs. Bend into the knees. Alternate pressing the right leg back, left leg back. Right leg, left leg. Right side, left side. Keep it going. Really firing up those inner and outer thighs this round. Tiny presses. Keep it going. Tiny little presses. Press out. Press out. Think slow and controlled. Keep a bend in the knees. A few more. 1 more each side. All right, shake it out. Bend those knees. Set that left leg back and together. Drop back and together. Chest is lifted. Stay with it. Step it back and forward. Almost there. Give me 3 more. And 2. On the next one, hold that left leg back. Just press out and out. Tiny presses out here. Right leg forward, left leg back. We're going to set that left leg back to meet the right here. And we're going to move it into a forward motion next. Tiny presses out. Three more. 2. And 1. Set that left leg forward. Step it forward. Drop back in line. Step it forward. Drop back in line. Just the left leg is moving. Chest stays upright. Your shoulders are stacked directly over your hips. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. Step it forward and back. Keep it going. Forwards and backwards. That's it. All right, on the next one, hold that left leg forward. You know what to do. Press it out and out. Tiny presses. Left leg forward, right leg back. Tiny presses out and out. We're going to come down onto the floor with that band on your thighs, and we're going to grab those weights. Two more. Last one, shake it out. Keep that band around your thighs. Come onto the floor. From here, grab one weight in each hand. Roll back so you're on your forearms. So your knees can be bent. You can also draw your knees over your hips with your shins parallel. We're going to alternate pressing the knees out. Press out, release, press out, release. So same thing if your feet are flat, press out, release, press out, release. So yes, the work is in your inner outer thighs, but your work is also in your abs. From this position, you're able to activate your glutes, activating your abs, draw your navel deep into your spine. Keep it going, open and close. Keep it going, whether your knees are bent with your feet flat on the floor or your knees bent into a reverse tabletop, leaning back on your forearms. One more on each side. All right, now we're gonna do double time. Both knees open and back together. Now don't just let your belly dome outwards. Keep your navel pulled into your spine. Even though your lower back is lifted off of the floor, you want to draw your navel so far into your spine that it feels as though your lower back is touching that floor. Just open, draw back in line with your hips. Your knees don't have to touch. Just a gentle open and back in line. Keep it going. That's it. Navel into your spine, using that resistance of the band. So however much time it takes you to open, it should take that much time to close. Do not let that band draw your knees back in any faster than you open them. All right, draw your knees hip width apart and parallel. Draw your knees in toward your chest. You're still in that forearm position. Your elbows are directly under your shoulders. Feet and knees are hip width apart and parallel. Extend your legs long to a hover. Draw your knees back in towards your chest. Extend to a hover. Knees into your chest. You can point, flex, or relax your toes. Your legs are long to a hover. They're not touching that floor. No part of your leg or your foot is tapping that floor. As you extend, you're working your lower abs by having your upper body lifted. You're also working your upper abs. Keep it going. Just extend and bend. 2 more. All right, on the next one, we're gonna hold the legs extended. Just give me a press out and release. Press out and release. Your legs can be at any diagonal, up towards the ceiling if that's more comfortable, at any 45-degree angle between vertical and hovering the floor is perfectly fine. Just an open and close. The lower your legs are towards the floor, the more challenging it is. You're firing up those lower abs. Navel's pulled into your spine. Keep your chin lifted off of your chest. Maybe raising and lowering your legs as you open and close. Keep it going. Last one. Hold that right leg just where it's at. We're going to lower and lift the right leg. Just the right leg is moving. Now, you can also have that left leg bent. You're lowering and lifting just that right leg. Keep it going. Just a lift and a lower. All right, we're going to switch sides. Release that right leg up to the ceiling, bent or low to a hover. Raise and lower that left leg. Keep it going. A few more here. Raise and lower. And then releasing your left knee. From here, draw your knees in towards your chest. Extend, low hover, right leg lifts and lowers. Left leg lifts and lowers. Low V out, legs together, knees to chest. Extend, low hover, left leg, right leg, low hover, V out, knees to the chest. Extend, one more on each side. Low hover, right leg, left leg, low hover, V out, knees to chest. Extend, low hover, V out, left leg, right leg, low V out. Draw your knees into your chest. All right, from here, we're gonna roll all the way back. Keep that band around your thighs. We're going to keep one weight in each hand. Now we're gonna actually use those weights. So draw your knees back over your hips. Knees are bent. From here, crunch up and release. Hands towards the same ankle and release. Reach overhead. Crunch up and release. Keep it going. Full extend, full crunch. Working those upper abs here. Crunch up and release. Almost there. Keep it going. 2 more. Full extend, full crunch, 1 more. All right, gently release down. Release your feet flat on the floor. From here, hands by your side. You can put the weights off to the side. Left foot is flat on the floor. Left knee is bent. Right knee stays bent. We're going to lift the hips. Draw your right knee into your right shoulder and release down. Tuck, lift, release down. Tuck, lift, release down. Squeeze your glute. Squeeze your left hamstring. Lift, tuck, release, lower. Keep it going. Release, lift. Release that right leg down. Now we have the left side. Hips lift, left knee draws up towards the same shoulder, and release down. Draw it up, release down. Keep it going. Almost there. Lift knee in, release, tap. Lay down. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Just lift and lower. Glute bridge. Keep your shoulders pressed into the floor. That's it. You got 8 more. Squeeze your glutes to the top. And 5. That's 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Walk your feet wider than your hips, toes turned out. From here, hips lift and lower. You got 10, 9, that's 8, 7, 6 more. Halfway there. Squeeze at the top, squeeze at the bottom. 3 more. Last 2. All right, on the last one, hold those hips lifted, press the knees out. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it high. You got 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze your glutes. Contract your abs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Draw your knees into your chest. Curl yourself into a tiny ball. Maybe roll side to side. Release that band. Keep that band around your right foot and release your left leg long. Right leg is up towards the ceiling. Point, flex, circle out that right ankle. Just releasing your neck and shoulder spot on the floor. Gently release that right leg over to the right side. Not allowing your left hip to open, so both of your hips are pressing towards the floor. Come back through center, and then gently releasing your right leg over to the left side, pulling with that band. Again, your right hip is stayed in towards that floor, stretching that side body. Gently come back to center. You can pull that right leg closer, maybe pull your calf, point, flex, circle out your right ankle. Feeling that stretch all along the right side leg, the back of the leg, the inside. Release down. Release your left leg up. Place the band around your left foot. Release your right leg down to the floor. Point, flex, circle out your left ankle. Just gently gazing up towards the ceiling, maybe even closing your eyes. Keeping your right hip on the floor, gently let your left leg tilt over to the left side. You can have a micro bend that left leg. You can also hold it bent. You can hold it straight. Draw that left leg back to center. Draw it over the right side body by keeping that left hip on the ground. Feeling that stretch all along the left side body. Come back to center. Maybe bring that left leg closer towards you. Point, flex, circle out that left ankle. Feeling it all along the side body, the back side, the inside of your left leg. Gently releasing your left leg long. Extend your arms and legs long, opposite direction. Tiny arch in your back. Down, curl yourself into a tiny ball. Grab the back side of your thighs, tops of your shins. Rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. Rise on up. Coming to a wide leg straddle. Reach your right hand down to the inside of your right leg. Left arm comes up high overhead. Maybe gazing under your left armpit, trying to actively keep both hips down. On your exhale, gently rotate, framing your right foot, point your right toes. Bring your nose towards your knee, heart towards your thigh, holding and breathing. On your next exhale, gently rise up. Release your left hand down to the inside of your left leg. Right arm comes up high overhead. Maybe gaze now under your right armpit. Chin and chest stays lifted. Both hips flat on the floor. Gently rotate your right hand down, framing your left foot, point your left toes. May bring the crown of your head towards your toes, stretching and reaching actively long, both hips on the floor. Rise up. With your legs still in a wide straddle position, we're going to walk our hands out in front. Maybe bring your forearms down. Maybe just extend your arms out long. Side to side. Gently walk your hands back in towards your hips. Allow the soles of your feet to touch. Butterfly your knees open. Maybe lift and lower your knees. Maybe rocking your head side to side. Rise up. You're welcome to stay here. Or if you like to deepen that stretch, extend your toes out away from you so you're making a diamond shape with your knees. Bring your hands under your thighs. option to stay here if you like to deepen the stretch in your lower back. Bring your palms to the tops of your feet, top shoelace portion. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, bringing the crown of your head towards your toes, maybe towards the arch of your foot, maybe towards your heel. Exhale. Inhale to rise. Draw your arms up high overhead. Fantastic work. Thank you all so very much for joining me today. This was Barre Sculpt. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a fantastic rest of your day, rest of your weekend. Thank you.